So we're going to start in that Pilates stance. And the arms are reaching long, heel, the hands are on, fingertips reaching long. Take a nice big inhale, on the exhale, draw your chin to your chest, and just melt off that imaginary wall behind you. You choose how far you go. Press into the ring, inhale, to exhale. Take the arms diagonal and press the ring 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chin to chest, inhale. Scoop the belly, exhale. Peel yourself back up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Ring chest height now. And we press for 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze the belly, squeeze your back muscles. Draw the chin to your chest, and we peel off that wall again. Inhaling to exhale. Press into the ring. Inhale to exhale. Bring the arms up to a diagonal. And we press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to turn our ring as we come down. The right hand is on. The left arm is going to reach up. I'm going to look at that arm. I'm going to gently press into my ring and release. I'm keeping looking up to the ceiling. And exhale to inhale. Exhale to inhale. My belly presses in deeper as I press into my ring. Now the other hand comes down. I follow this arm behind me and I press in and return. In and return. 2 more. Exhale as you press. Inhale. Now 2 hands on the ring. Inhale, nothing. Exhale, gently press into the ring, round your spine. And then release. Exhale into the ring. Inhale to release the ring. Exhale. And 1 more. And then grab onto each pad per hand. Press into the ring as you come on up for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Place the ring to your lower hip. Heel the hand on, elbow bend. Your free hands pressing into the opposite hip. We're going to releve, press the ring, hold 2, 3, and return. Scoop that belly, squeeze your back muscle right here, and return. So point that elbow away from you, and we lift 2, 3, and come down. And 1 more, and we lift 2, 3, and come down. Other side. So in the bottom portion of my hip, heel the hand on, elbows are bent, scoop and lift and balance, 2, 3, and return. And we scoop and lift, 2, 3, and return. 2 more, we lift, 2, 3, and return. And last one, we lift, 2, 3, and return. Take the ring behind you, reach the arms long, heel the hands on the pads, and we just press into the ring. And I'm not really squeezing the ring, but I'm engaging the muscles in my back and in my core. And for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Take it to the back of your mat and take that ring between the ankles. And the ring is optional. You don't have to do this part with the ring. We're going to keep it tight. And we'll take a nice big inhale up. Exhale, peel off that wall. If you can't touch the floor, soften your knees and walk your hands out for 3 and 2 and 1. So here we are into a plank. Make sure that ring stays tight. I'm going to take my right foot off the mat. I'm going to press into my ring and then put my foot back down. My left foot comes off the mat, press into the ring and release. Lift the right, press into the ring and return. Lift left, press into the ring and return. If you need to be a modified plank, go to those knees and just hold it there with us. I'm going to pike my seat up. That's an inhale. Exhale, come forward. Press into that ring. Inhale, lift the seat up. Straight legs. Exhale, come forward. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. Arms right next to the ears. Pull that belly in. And exhale. Pike your seat 1 more time. And walk your hands to your feet for 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it here. Now walk it back forward. 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to squeeze the ring and release. Squeeze that ring in your plank. And 3, good. And 2, and 1. I'm going to my knees, grab onto that ring, and lower it all the way down. Stretch back into a child's pose, release those wrists, make cups with your hands. Okay, so go into a quadruped position. The ring is going to be in your right hand, and I'm reaching my hand towards the corner of my mat. Everything else in that quadruped position with my hips and knees in a straight line, and the opposite hand underneath that shoulder. So I'm going to take the opposite leg as my ring hand, which is my left, and reach it long. Keep your hips nice and square in a straight line. I'm going to press into the ring and lift that leg, hold, 2, 3, and return. My armpit muscles firing when I press that ring, my core is firing, and I return. I press and hold, 2, 3, and return. Now I'm going to press, hold it up on 2, bring the chin towards the chest, knee towards the nose, press back out, and then lower it down. I press into the ring, I keep that pressure as I bring my knee in, bring it out, I release the ring. Press into the ring, bend the knee, reach it long, and release the ring, release the leg. One more, lift it up, knee to nose, press it out, and then bring that knee back onto the mat. Okay, switch sides. So the ring is underneath my left hand towards the top left corner of my mat. All right, so I slide the opposite toes long, and I lift up, 2, 3, and release. A gentle press into my ring reminds my core to engage, as well as that serratus anterior muscle. I call that your armpit muscle, and release. And I hold, feel those glutes firing, and now I'm going to add on. I lift up on 1, I draw my knee to my nose, I press back out, and I lower. And I lift up, draw your knee to your nose, press out, and lower. Draw in, knee to nose, press out, and lower. One more, lift up, knee to nose, press out, and then bring the knees back in. Release that ring. Hands on your shoulders, hips over knees. Slide your sits bone up the wall behind you. Take your eyes up the opposite wall. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. Round, scoop, and breathe. Inhale, lift everything up the wall. Exhale, curl it in. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Come back in that child's pose. I'm going to flip my palms to face the ceiling. Nicely done. Good. Then I'm going to come onto my seat. All right. So take that ring into my hands. My knees are bent. My legs are fist width apart. Again, the heel of my hands on the pads. Fingers are reaching long. I'm sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to draw my chin to my chest. Scoop my belly. Press into the ring as you lower all the way down for 4 and 3. I'm going to reach those arms long and my legs long. And I'm going to bring my knees in, feet flat, and the ring comes up. Shoulders are heavy. Tuck your tail. Articulate coming up into a bridge. And as you're coming up, the shoulders are going down. And I return my spine back down, pressing into my ring. I tuck my tail, and I inhale, lift. Exhale, press into the ring, and melt back down. 2 more, please. Tuck that tail, lift up. Inhale, shoulders heavy. Exhale, gentle press into that ring. And one more time, tuck that tail, bring it up on the inhale. And on the exhale, lower it back down. Bring those knees into your chest and take your feet through the ring and press the sides of the leg against the pads. And bring those legs straight up, and my heels are turned in. Arms are going to reach long. I'm going to inhale on my mat. Exhale, nod that chin to your chest. And we're going to pump the 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the exhale, give me a little bit more pressure against the ring. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shh. You never have to lift your head. Shh. And your knees can be bent and your feet can be on the mat. Make sure you're not feeling this in the shoulder girdle, but you're feeling the strength of the arms pumping from that back. And we inhale, and we exhale.
Can you see your belly button? Up and over. You got 3 more to go. And your pumps are 6 to 8 inches above the hips. 2 more to go. Inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Head down. Now take your hands underneath your seat. So I'm going to take my right leg away from me, my left leg towards me. I'm going to lower down those legs, this line, come back up, and straighten them back out. Then my left leg is going to aim a little more away from me. My right leg is towards me. I lower it down. I bring it back up and center. Switch. The right leg is down. The left leg is up. Bring it back in. The back should not switch around on that mat. Your pelvis does not shift. And it's like one leg is in front of the other. Nice and small moves so you don't lose your placement of your ring. And one more, we inhale down and we exhale up. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Press those legs away. Do that again. And my hands stay underneath my seat to protect my lower back. Just gives you a little bit of extra safety point. Now make sure you're still using your core. I inhale out, exhale in. Keep pressing into the sides of that ring. 2 more. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Now bring those legs straight up. Lower them to 45 and bend the knees back in. Lift up. Press the legs long. Bring the knees in. Lift up. Long and in. One more. Keep that pelvis still. Anchor down that belly. And now reverse. Press out. Up and bend. Inhale to exhale. And lift. And last one. We press out. And I'm going to take my hands out, slide the ring up my thighs, and place my feet back down. So I have pressure against the ring, arms to your side. We're going to do another bridge. Tuck that tail, bridge up, shoulders push down, rib cage is heavy. And I return, sliding my fingers closer to my heels. Tuck that tail, inhale up. Exhale, come down, articulate, take your time. And then one more, tuck that tail. Press the back of the arms down, press your shoulders down, squeeze into that ring, and then bring it back down for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hug it in, and then grab onto the ring, but hold it in place. Draw your chin to your chest, slide the ring behind you. Legs are going to go away. Bring the knees towards you, put your feet through the ring. And reach your legs and arms long. Now bring your knees into your chest and reach the ring behind you as the legs go in front, but the eyes are to your belly. Bring the knees in, go through your hoop with your legs and lengthen them. Draw your knees in, reach it long. Bring the knees in, go through your hoop. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Last one. Hold it here. Drop the legs. Lower your head and reach the arms all the way behind you. Nicely done. Okay. Take those arms up over your chest. Give me a Pilates V with your feet. Take the eyes to the belly. Find that lower back. Now press into the ring as you come up and over. Yep. Up and over. And then we bring it back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your eyes to your belly. Inhale, 2, exhale. Look into your belly button. Reach long. Now keep in this shape, but start to come back. Press into your ring as you go further away from your toes. And breathe. Let's do one more. Eyes to belly. Inhale. 2, exhale, and reach it back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now just lift your head and chest and shoulders off. Reach the ring for your shin. Right knee comes in. And then place it back down. And then the left knee. Draw that shin to your chest. Pull that knee towards you. And reach it long. Right leg. And return. Inhale. To exhale. One more each side. You got it. Make sure you're not dragging that head. Now hold it here and take one of the pads behind the toes. Lower your head and bring this leg up. Inhale for me. Exhale, pull closer towards you. And inhale. And exhale. Hold here. Take the eyes to the belly. Now hover the other foot off the mat. Pull this leg towards you. 1, 2. Now flex the feet. Switch them. And now pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. Flex the feet to get on that pad. Point, point. And inhale the switch. Exhale on the pull. Try to have the legs super straight. Pull, pull, switch, pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. Now I should be on the opposite leg I started with. Put your head down and let's get a nice hamstring stretch on that leg. Breathe for me, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Then take that ring off that leg. Both feet are on the floor. One pad in each hand. I'm going to bend my knees and slide my feet towards my heels. Okay. So I take my legs to a tabletop. I'm going to take my ring and press one pad on both thighs. And I got 2 hands on the other pad. Try to have those legs to a tabletop and make sure that your pelvis is neutral. Then I'm going to take my chin to my chest. Press into the ring and then return. I exhale, I press, inhale to return. Now you can do the same thing, pressing into your ring, keeping your head down, right? And I press. You can also do the same thing with your feet on the floor and just pressing into your ring. So play with it. What feels okay to your back and your neck and your hips? And a couple more. I exhale. And I inhale, exhale, and inhale. Good. I'm going to come up. I'm going to hold this here. And my forehead's right by my hands. I'm going to take my left knee in more. My right leg comes out. Hold this here. Lift that right leg up and down. Keep pressure on that ring. If you need to, put your head down. Keep your back heavy. And 4. Reach longer. And 3. 2 more. Here's 2. Both knees on the pad. Head comes down. Relax your feet for a second. Let your back arch if you need that. Take your legs back to a tabletop. Thigh to thigh, knee to knee. Press up and hold. Now the right knee is going to press in. The left leg is going to go out. Keep that here. Now lift that leg up and down. Left leg up. Keep pressure on that ring. Whether your head is up or head is down. Good. And we go for 3. And 2. 2 knees on the pad. Head comes down and release. Nicely done. Okay. Take the ring between the ankles. Zip those legs all the way up and take your hands underneath your seat to protect that lower back. You can keep your head down. You can nod that shin to your chest. My heels are turned in. My toes are turned out. I'm going to go down, 2, 3. Now press into the ring and then lift up. Release the ring. I'm going to lower, lower, pause, press into the ring, then lift up, release the ring. Inhale, 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 exhale. And lower, 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 press into the ring and lift up. And I lower, 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 press into the ring, zip up. 2 more. Lower, lower, lower. Now press, keep the pressure, lift up, release it. And then down, down, down. Pressure, Bring it up, and then hug those knees in. Nicely done. Okay, let's rock ourselves up, and we're going to do a little bit of a different variation for our obliques. All right, so I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to reach my long arms out here. Her arms are long. I don't have long arms. My long arms. Press into the ring, see, curve back a little bit so the ring is right over your knees, okay? Now twist to face me. The hand closest to me is going to go down to the floor. You're going to really sit out of the bottom of that ring and take the palms, they're facing each other. So I'm going to press in and then back to where I started. In. So I'm going to exhale as I press into my ring, inhale to release. Exhale. 4. Feel that squeeze here. 3, 2, and 1. Hold, pick up that ring, come back to the center, and then zip up for a second. Up, 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 up. Now take the chin to your chest, arms come parallel. Bring it back to the ring is over your knees. Now twist away from me, and that other hand comes down. Get it out of underneath that pad. Both palms are facing each other, and I'm going to press through the ring and come back. Exhale. Inhale. Your arm should be straight. When you press that ring, you're feeling that armpit muscle firing as well as your oblique. And 4. Good. And 3. And 2. And 1. Pick up both pads. Come to center and zip up, 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 and up. Stay up like this. Press your heels out to the edges of your mat and come up even taller. So I'm not here, no way. Now, if I've lost your tall spine by pressing my legs out, bend your knees. Hinge more from your hip. Yep. All right, so from here, we're going to do a flat back. That means it's a hinge. It means everything's going with me in a straight line. I press into my ring, come back forward. I reach back just a little bit, come right back up. So just a little bit. And I stay long and strong, come back up. And 1 more. Now take your elbow closest to me and slide it towards the edge of your mat by your knee and come back up. Now you see how small I'm side bending? I told you the direction to go, but just go an inch or 2 and then back up. And then an inch or 2 right back up. Inhale to exhale. 1 more. And then bring the arms back to parallel. Spin that ring so 1 pad's up, 1 pad's down, and put that pad on your mat. 2 hands on the other pad, fingers are reaching long. So I want you to slide your fingers forward and then pull them back. See what I'm doing? I'm not moving my torso. I want you to move from your shoulder blades. My shoulder blades are moving forward and back. My shoulders go away and then back in. So I want you to feel the difference, how you feel when you're out versus in. 2 more. And I'm going to ask you to stay on the in. So I've got my shoulders connected to my back. Squeeze your sit bones. Inhale taller. On the exhale, I'm going to peel my back off that wall. My arms are going to go forward. My lower back stays in place, and my eyes are to my belly. Now squeeze your sits bones. Pull that navel in deeper, and stack your spine from the front of your body, not the back. My neck should be in line with my spine right here. Now peel back off, and I stop at my mid-back. My lower back does not change. Now stack up. So let's get a better grip on that ring. So see, I have the heel of my hands on. So don't be fingertips, because you're going to press on this ring a little bit. So again, you're against a wall, and I want you to peel off that wall. Chin goes to chest, your shoulders come off. I stop at the mid-back, and I come back up. Let's just do 1 more. I exhale all the air out. And I'm going to inhale, stack that spine. Now take your ring towards me on the outside of that leg. Heel the hands on. And my other hand's going to press right inside that thigh/knee. I want you to keep that leg, feeling that pressure into that hand. I want you to zip up even taller. We're going to press into that ring for 8. Where do I feel this at first? My belly. Second, right here. Sit taller, taller, taller. Hold out that ceiling. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Now, don't lose a tall spine. Don't all of a sudden say, okay, I'm in between exercises. No. So reach that arm long. I press in my inner thigh to zip me up taller. Feet are still flexed. And I press into that ring. 1. Feel my belly pressing in when I gently press that ring. Feel that armpit muscle. And I go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring that ring back into center. Take your left foot through the ring. I have my ankle resting, my Achilles tendon resting on that pad. I'm going to reach back to support. And I'm going to take the other leg on top of it. Okay. All right. Chest is open, shoulders down. My ring is a circle. It's not collapsed into an oval yet. So I'm going to do a gentle press down, release, and the bottom leg is going to lift. So I'm taking turns. It's my top leg pushes down, I release it, and my bottom leg lifts up. Yes.
That's hard.
Down and up. And now if you don't like the lift up part, take it out. And press and lift. 2 more. I lost count. I think this is 7. And 1 more. Here's 8. Now hold this one up. Now take this leg, the bottom leg is up, and pulse it. 1. The top leg is trying to stay light on the ring, so it's a circle. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and release. Take that top foot inside. Take the other foot on top.
Why is that so hard to move the
Wow. It's a bigger movement. You don't have anything to press into, right? There's nothing to press into. So I have to really work from that belly first, front of my hip, thigh, right? And most people's front of their hip is weak. All right? So we try to have that ring a circle to start, right? So I press down a little bit. Do I feel my belly pressing in? Now I lift the bottom leg. And I press down. I lift up. And I want you to feel the belly lifting that leg before the hip. And I push down. And I lift. And it's controlled. You're going to get so much more out of this if you move slow. Right or wrong? Right, yeah, you're shaking your head. That's right.
Right.
Down. Now hold this one up. I'm going to pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring both feet on top. Try to make this a circle. Try to make it a circle. So if it's an oval, I know you're not working these muscles, right? Now take your hands off. How does that look? Here's your little teaser position. Oh, isn't that cute? Hold here. Now, if you need to put your hands back down and do it, take the right leg, come down around the side, bring it up. Do it again. Down and up. Front of the hip again has to be working. I'm just doing 4. I'll give you a break. All right, now the other leg. Put your hands down if you need it, right? Here's 4. Keep that ring nice and circular. 3, 2, and 1. Take your feet on the pad and grab onto their pad. Let your knees fall out. Release the inner thighs, release the hips. My feet is by that pad, and I'm just going to reach forward. Yes. Good. All right, so I'm going to bring the knees towards the chest. My feet are resting on the pads. Okay? See if you can balance on your sit bones. Shoulders are down. Now, with control, try to start at just a tabletop and then coming back down without moving anything else. So I'm not rocking back. I'm scooping that belly deeper as my feet lift up. Opposition. My feet are going out, my belly's going in. Now, if that's going well and you think you can try the next part, I'm going to take my legs all the way straight and come back in. So I'm going to take my eyes towards my toes and then bring my eyes back to my belly. Now, if this is going super well, you want to try the next part, okay? I'm going to hold my legs here, take my chin to my chest, rock back, butt up, butt down, and then bring yourself back in that little suitcase. I'm going to lift up. Now, you don't have to rock, but if you rock, it's eyes to belly as I come down, eyes towards my toes, and then come back in. So play with this. Rocking is not for everybody. Zip those legs like Ziploc baggies. Eyes to belly if you rock. Butt up, butt down. See if you can balance and then come back in. Let's just try one more. As my legs go up, I scoop that belly in. I rock back, eyes to belly. Come back up. And I bend my knees. I'm going to slide my feet out and sit so tall. Like this should feel good to sit tall. You should feel like your spine is really lengthening, decompressing. Now keep the hand furthest away from me on your ring. The other one's going to reach out, and I'm going to do a little twist here. I'm going to fall away, but don't lean back, and bring it back on that ring. And my other arm reaches, and as I'm twisting and falling it, I feel like my chest is going closer towards that ring. Now let's breathe. Inhale to exhale. Sit taller, use that ring. Inhale to exhale. One more each side. Inhale to exhale. Last one. Inhale to exhale. Take that ring off and slide the legs out. Put the ring flat on the mat. I always do saw. I love saw. Okay. One day, if you don't love it now, you're going to love it. So I flex my feet and I have some pressure on that ring. So I'm engaging the core, my inner thighs, my glutes. So a lot of times I see people, they come around and they take their head and they lean towards that arm. Try to keep your neck in line with your spine, okay? Doing that would not be in line with it. So you're going to rotate towards me. My neck stay with the rest of my spine. And now I'm going to saw my baby toe off. Look at your back hand. So let's talk about the hand position. My front hand, my palm's facing away from me. My back hand's facing towards me. Now from your core, I zip up, not from my back. I relax those shoulders. They just rest on top of the rib cage. And I exhale, sawing off the opposite baby toe. Lift up, inhale. I'm as lengthened as I can get. Exhale, look at your back hand. Scoop the belly. Inhale up, twist, twist, twist. Exhale forward. So I'm still seeing shoulders coming up to our ear. Yeah. So as you come up, don't think of, okay, I'm lifting myself up from my shoulders. No, you're lifting up from your core. Exhale. It's gorgeous. Inhale up. Exhale. That was our last one. Bring it back to center and release. Bend those knees and take that ring between the inner thighs. I'm going to first start with some inner thigh squeezes, and then I'm going to add on to that. So get into a comfortable position where the chest is open, the shoulders are down, the belly zips in and up. And I got some pressure on that ring to start, otherwise my knees are going way out to the sides. We're going to press in a ½ inch, then a ½ inch more, then a ½ inch more, and then come out. I call that 3/4 out. So I don't completely release it, okay? Here we go. In a little bit, in a little bit, in a little bit, and out. Stay with me. In, in. What's going in as I press into my ring?
Belly.
Yep. And what else is working though? Two other body parts. Inner thighs. And what's the third one we kind of forget about? Your glutes. Okay. You can hear my ring is clicking. It doesn't mean I'm doing something wrong. Just this ring is used a lot. We're going to just do two more. Belly goes in deeper, belly goes in deepest. And last one. Now I'm going to hold this one in and I'm going to pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold it in. Now pulse it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold it in, and last one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now out 3, 4. Slide your heels out a little further. I'm going to take my hands through my ring. Now, if you need support for your back, you can put the ball behind you to lean into. You can put your hands behind your thighs, okay? All right, so we're going to come back here. And as I come forward, I'm going to press into my ring. I'm going to come back an inch, press in. So don't think of coming up. Think of pressing in and in. I'm going to keep my chin to my chest. My shoulders are melted, and I'm pressing. And I go for 4 and 3. Give me 2 more and 2 and 1. I'm going to grab through the ring. Now my wrists have that ring, and I'm going to lift it up. Good. Sit nice and tall. I'm going to lower my arms down to chest height and lift them back up. So now I feel my arms working, my back working, my shoulders, because I'm pressing into those pads. See if you can flex a little bit more from your hips and sit even taller. We're still leaning back a little bit. Come a little bit more towards your knees. And we go for 4. I ask a lot, I know. 3, I hear you. And 2, last 1, and release. Take the ring onto the mat. You're going to lay on your stomach facing your ring. Watch our time. Okay. You're more than halfway through class. Oh. All right, so our swan. So I'm going to turn my ring, reach it out in front of me. 2 different places you can choose to put your hands, okay? If this is too much to have your hands on top of the pads, you can be on the sides, if you're holding a steering wheel, okay? But the arm should be straight. All right, so back issues. Your legs should be wider, healthy backs. Let's have our legs sit bone width apart, but everybody's belly button should be pulling away from the mat and the shoulders connected to your back. I'm going to start to press into my ring gently. And as I'm going down with my hands, I'm lifting up with my chest. I'm squeezing my seat and exhale. Come back down, pull your navel away from your mat. So if I cue lift your head, a lot of times people come up like this. So I like to cue lift up your chest, and the head is just along for the ride. But the shoulders should be melting down that back. And then we exhale down. Just 2 more. We'll inhale to exhale. And inhale. Now this time, take your left hand off. And I'm going to lift up. I'm going to follow that hand. Come back on. Now my left hand stays. I push down with the left hand. Twist back. Come back home. If that doesn't feel good, you stay with the first version. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come back. And 1 more. Inhale to exhale and release. Stretch back into child's pose. Enjoy that stretch here. And if you want that neck to have no pressure and you can't have it towards the mat, you can stack your fists and rest your forehead around that top hand. Yep. Okay, so let's come back onto our mats. The ring is now on my mat and it's flat. And I'm going to take my hands and press into the pads into a forearm plank. So there's different variations to our forearm plank. If you were a real beginner to exercise, maybe you want to be in a quadruped position more. And then more advanced, you take the knees back, but the butt's not up, it's tucked. Or you can take your knees off the mat. And we hold here, we've got tension on that ring. I can feel my armpit muscles, my core. Make sure that your neck is long. I'm gonna add a little variation. If your knees are off, I'm gonna tap my knees to the floor and then back off. We're gonna do 5 more. Then exhale 4. You can keep those knees on that mat. That's fine. 2 more. 1 more. Now keep the legs straight and lower your thighs to your hips. Flatten your feet. The ring is still tight. And I should have my shoulders over my elbows. My hips are on the mat. My belly button is not. Single leg kick. My right foot's gonna kick my butt. 1, 2, release. Other side. 1, 2, release. I should not be shifting my hips from side to side. My pelvis should stay still. My shoulders are pushing down the back. One more. Good. We're going to come all the way onto our stomachs. Take the ring and rest it in the palms of the hands and bend the elbows. Okay? Legs together. Pull the belly in, and you're looking at me so you can see me as you're laying on one ear. You're going to kick your butt 3 times. 1, 2. Now, as soon as I start to straighten, like a puppet string with my hands attached to my heels, and I'm looking down at my mat, lifting my chest, squeezing my bum. Put the other ear on the mat, bend your arms and kick again. 1, 2, 3. Look to me, bend your elbows and kick. 1, 2, 3. Reach. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Feet heavy, chest lifted. One more side. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Reach those shoulders back. And last one. 1, 2, 3. Hold it here. Try to reach that ring an inch closer to your heels. Squeezing your seat. Lift that ring up. Feel the stretch in the shoulders and the chest. And release the ring and stretch back into child's pose. Scoop the belly and round the back. Nicely done. Okay. So back onto our seat. And we're going to take that ring. Our legs are going to be about 6 bone width apart, so it's about a fist width. You can hold my ring right here. Flex the feet. Try to sit as tall as you can. I'm going to hinge back. That's a flat back. And then tuck and round. I'm going to come back almost to my lower back, but not. And I'm going to curl up and over this ring. Stack your spine. Hinge long. Keep the ring with you. Now chin to chest. Curl the tail under. And I'm going to come back up. Inhale to exhale. Inhale, stack your spine. Hinge. Then you exhale. Now, if you want to go back further, you can. But here's what happens when I do that. Now I'm using momentum to come up. So I choose not to go all the way down. I zip up, I hinge, and I melt. And I come up and over, keep those legs straight, make room in that rib cage. Zip up, hinge back. Now hold it here. Soften your knees. Grab onto your ring, hold it out there. Long arms. Now reach for me, hold it here. Bend the elbows. Press back to center. Reach away from me. Bend. Press. Come back to center. Reach. Bend. Press. Every time you go away from your center, you establish a deeper connection in that core. One more each side. If you have a ball and your back is feeling yucky, put the ball behind you. And last one. Twist. Pull it in. Press it out. And lower all the way down and hug those knees into your chest. Ah. And it's gonna rock side to side. Give you a little bit of break here. Massaging the kidneys in your spine. Good. And then take the feet back down. All right, so we're going to take one leg. So let's take the ring against the left quad. And then bring that quad in, and the elbow is bent. And you can rest the hand right on the side of your head. Then we're going to do a bridge here. I'm going to lift up and then come down. So I have resistance on the ring as I'm lifting up. Shoulders are relaxed. And I lift and down. 2 more. Squeeze your seat. Bring it down. Hold this here. Now pulse the ring leg towards the ring elbow. Pulse. 2. Hips in a straight line. 3. Glutes are firing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab onto the ring. Extend that left leg straight. Put one of the pads behind it. Lower the bridge. Lift up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. I go 3, 2, and 1. Grab onto the ring, lower that leg down, bend that knee in, and release. Put the ring against the right thigh, draw that right thigh in. Take the elbow, bend it, rest the hand beside the head. Make sure the ring is in a straight parallel to one pad to the other, and I bridge up and down. 2, and down. 3, and down. Don't cramp the hamstring. Make sure you're firing the glutes, pressing the back of the body down as you lift. Shoulders are heavy, arm is heavy. Hold this one here, pulse that leg into the ring, and the elbow is pressing towards that thigh. 4, and 3, and 2. Hold it, grab that ring, straighten that leg, toes on the pad, and we lower the bridge and lift. Lower it back we were. Try to press into that ring so that leg is super straight. Don't rush. Shoulders are heavy. 2 more. 1 more. Put that foot out of the ring. Lower it to the mat. Bend the knees and bring your bridge down. Rest the ring on your shins and tug it in. Nicely done. All right. Rock yourself up. So we're doing a lot of twisting today. I like to do twists. So take one of the pads right at the top of the rib cage and let the arms circle around the ring. Flex your feet and straight legs if you can sit up tall. If you can't sit up tall, you're going to bend your knees, right? So we're going to inhale up, twist towards me. 1, 2. Inhale. Exhale. Try not to move your feet at all. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Further. 2. Inhale. 1, 2. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale, center. Exhale. 1, 2, and release. Come onto your side. Let's have our head on this side of our mat. We're going to line ourselves up at the very back edge of our mat. Rest your head, or you can lay all the way down onto that arm. The ring, I'm going to hold it out here in front of me, not in the way of my legs. Heel of my hand is on, fingers off, hip over hip. Slide your feet to the front edge of your mat. I'm going to press into my ring to lift my leg and then lower. And I'm pushing the opposite leg down. Keep that bottom rib cage nice and light. Make sure that your shoulder is connected to your back. 3, and 2. Now hold it up. I'm going to kick forward, press deeper in the ring, give a push. Now release the ring on the back end. I exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Forward, push, back, push. Forward, forward, back, back. 1 more. Forward, forward. Now stack your legs. Top kneecap rotates the ceiling. Lies a feather, I do nothing. Now I press into my ring as I resist sliding down that wall. Lies a feather, press into the ring, exhale. Get that heel on top of the other heel. 2 more, lift up and lengthen. And 1 more. Passe, trace your inseam, lift up, press the belly in deeper. Trace your inseam, straighten that leg, and press into the ring. 1 more, in, up, and lengthen. Reverse, up, bend, slide. Can you reach that heel right on top of that other heel? And 1 more. Good. Release that ring, Take your top leg in front and see if you can grab behind that ankle. So my knee's to the ceiling. Now, if that is not good for you, take the foot behind and you'll lift the leg this way, okay? So if you can't be in front and have this knee facing the ceiling, take it behind, okay? Bottom leg, I hover it. Then I'm gonna go up, 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 hover. Inner thigh, core, up, up, up. So the higher I go, the deeper I scoop. 2 more. Up, up, up. And 1 more. Hold this one up and pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll get it a little higher. And then pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stack your legs. Slide that ring out of the way. Keep your legs lifted. Come onto your stomach. Make a pillow with those hands. My legs are still up. My legs are still up. Pull that belly button away from your mat. Now, heel beats. Quickly, briskly, tap your heels. Boom, boom, like you're clapping. Make sure that belly button is pulling away from your mat. Relax those shoulders. Fire your glutes. Let me go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Stretch back. Just get a quick little stretch into a child's pose just for a brief second. Good. And then we're going to take our heads to the other side of our mat. Line ourselves up with the back edge of our mat. Prop your head up or lay on that. Reach that ring out in front of the shoulders. Slide your feet to the top edge, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. I press in to lift this leg and then lower. So I start with this. I want you to feel the opposition. So as I'm lifting this leg, my bottom leg is anchoring into my mat. I'm pressing into the ring because I'm using my core to move this leg. Now I'm going to hold this one up, flex that foot, I'm hip height, and I go press the ring, release the ring. Flex, flex. Now notice there's 2 counts, a big and a push. Make sure you're staying hip height, please. Forward, forward, back, back. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Boom, boom. Stack your legs. Top kneecap goes to the ceiling. Light as a feather. I do nothing with my ring. Now I press into my ring. I lift up. Remember, the bottom leg is always pushing down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Now my kneecap is still facing the ceiling. Trace your inseam and just straighten that leg and now press into the ring. Try not to lean back, hip over hip. Now stretch, press in that ring, pull the belly in. 1 more. And reach. Now reverse. I come up, bend, heel to heel. Lift up, bend, heel to heel. Up, bend, good. Ring down. I take my top leg, bring it in front, or take it behind, okay? Bottom leg, I hover it. Keep the rib cage nice and light. Here we go. Up, 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 hover. 1, 2, 3. Belly still working. 1, 2, 3. Hello, inner thigh. Try to have your heels slightly higher than your toes. Up, up, up. Now hold this one up. Pulse it. 1, 2. Belly's going deeper. Yes. 4, 3, 2. Pause. Take it higher. Pulse. 8, 7, 6. No belly beats again. 4, 3, 2. But we both stack these legs and then bring them down. Bend those knees. Use your free hand to help yourself up. Okay, how'd that go? All right. So let's go to teaser position. We always have to make time for teasers, but we're not going to do a whole lot. Okay, so we're only going to do 4 teasers, so I'm going to move on. Lot to do. So feet out, knees bent, reach those arms long, and we're doing prep, just prep. We're gonna bring it back, exhale, press into your ring. Eyes to belly, find that lower back. So if we're only doing 4, I expect them to be perfect. Press into the ring. Chin to chest, eyes to belly, find that lower back. Inhale, here's 2. Press into the ring, exhale. Find the eyes to the belly, find the lower back. Now I inhale, nice and smooth. Same smoothness coming down, press into the ring. And one more, find that lower back. Lift up. And come down. Let the ring go behind you, let it go. Now come onto your stomach. You might be facing the opposite direction from me, that's okay. All right. I'm gonna rest my hands on top of my ring. I'm not pressing into it. My legs are a fist width apart. And I want you to lift up your right arm, left leg, head and chest. I'll say that again. Right arm, left leg, head and chest. Here we go. Up. Now switch. Come down. Left arm, right leg, switch. Lift. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Are you squeezing your butt to lift that leg? I hope so. Now hold this one up without lowering your head and chest. Switch and pause. Switch and pause. Now move, 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 move. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide the ring closer towards you, then stretch back into child's pose. Scoop that belly, round that back. Good. We're gonna take that ring. We've done this many times. We're gonna do an assisted plank tricep push-up. So you're gonna bring the ring right in the center of your chest, right in the center. You can be in a quadruped position if you prefer to stay like this, and you're trying to be light on your ring when you first set up. If the arms are too long and you're nowhere near touching that ring, don't use the ring. So I'm going to take one leg back at a time. My hands are under my shoulders, heels are connected. I'm going to bend my elbows just a little bit. My ring will bend. I'll lift up. I lift my right leg and then lower. Bend my elbows are facing my toes, and I lift my left leg. I'm going to bend, pause, lift. Bend. You can keep doing this. I'm going to change it. As I bend, my leg is going to lift, and I come back up. So it's happening at the same time. So I'm lifting my leg and bending my elbows. And down and up. Last one. Down and up to your knees. Release your ring. Release the wrist. Good. Okay. Come up to a high kneel and face forward. Are we working today? Okay. Yes. You're almost there. Reach the arm out. So it's not under my shoulder, it's more towards the edge of my mat. So I'm leaning sideways. I'm pressing my hips forward, hand behind, shoulders connected. I'm just going to gently press and lift that leg. You can look to the ring, you can look straight ahead. But make sure you're sideways or you'll never be able to lift this leg parallel to the floor. And I go for 3, and 2, and 1. Come back up to a high knee. I'll bring that ring closer. Straighten the arm. Or may stretch. And back up. So my shoulders are anchored. My hips are staying in a straight line. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Ring goes to the other side. And I'm reaching long. It goes behind the head, hips are pressing forward. The back of the heel is in line with the back of the knee. And here we go. I press and return. Exhale, inhale. The neck should be in line with the spine. You can look down at that ring. And 2. And 1. Bring that knee in, bring the ring closer, bring this arm up. And exhale to inhale. exhale. 2 inhale. 1 more. Exhale. 2 inhale. And release. I'm going to sit back on my heels one more time. Just slide those hands further out in a nice long spine. Take 2 hands to one side. I don't care what side you start with. Nothing else goes with that. Take them to the other side. So I've got 2 hands to one side. Good. Bring it back to center. Come to a high kneel. Woo. Turn into a quadruped position. Make sure your ring's not in your way. Slide it back. Curl my toes under and hover my knees right here. Squeezing those armpits. Pull that navel in. Back should be long and strong. Then press your heels down. Straighten it out. Come back in where those knees are in that hovered position. Press back out. Heels push down. Bend those knees. My heels are up. Press back down. Hold there. Now walk your hands to your feet. 3, 2, 1. Hold that here. Head is heavy. Now just your fingertips are left. I've rounded my spine now. My belly's pulling in. Now just dangle like a rag doll. Head is heavy. Your belly better be holding you up like this. Now start to come up, stacking your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. As you're coming up, your tail is pushing down. Give me a nice big inhale, bring those arms up. Exhale down. And last one, inhale up. And exhale down. Good job. All right. You made it. We survived another class. Way to go.